Hey guys, it's me. I can't believe I'm back with another London video. Watching my vlogs back has been really fun, and going through that footage and seeing all about our trip all over again really has been so much fun. And a few notes as I was going back and watching these videos. I wish that I had filmed more. It was my first time to ever vlog at all, and so looking back on it, it felt like I was filming so much, and I felt like I had my camera out like all the time. And looking back on the footage, I really didn't. Even when I was editing the videos, I did not have as much footage as I thought I did in the day. So next time around, I will definitely film a lot more and then just pare it down for the video. But also, I thought it was really funny because we just didn't have a lot of conversations on camera, and his personality, I think it just looks like he doesn't talk very much. And me and my family were watching these, and actually me and his family, we were all watching it, and they were laughing so hard because they were like, he hardly said anything in these videos. And it was just funny because we talked nonstop, and we always talk nonstop when it's just us and when we weren't on camera. But I think whenever I was filming, we were just focused on getting what we need, like, you know, what we're looking at and what we're doing. And anyway, so he's so, I don't know, Kurt is just so funny, and I wish that had come across more in the vlogs, and just his commentaries on things are so good. And so next time, whatever trip we take, I'm gonna ask him a lot more like on camera when I'm filming. But anyway, those are just some vlog notes, and I really hope you enjoyed them. I love vlogging. And it's the kind, I love watching people's vlogs on YouTube, and so I don't think that's ever something that I would do like daily by any means, but it was just fun to kind of experiment with that and see what that was like. So anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed them. So now that we're home, I wanted to do some, I guess, post-trip videos, and the first one I wanted to do was a souvenir haul, and I don't even know if I like that word, but I did want to show you the souvenirs that we got. I'm always curious what people bring home from trips, and I love souvenir shopping, but I'm really specific in how I souvenir shop. And one of the things that I like to think about is what am I going to use either day in, day out, or what am I going to continue to pull out through the years that will continue to mean something. So whenever we were on this trip, and really whenever we travel, I think usually my two go-tos are magnets and ornaments. For whatever reason, I love to collect magnets and ornaments, and the magnets are on my fridge every day. And then obviously every Christmas, it's just really fun to fill our tree with special ornaments with memories attached to them. So that's a big reason I gravitate towards those. Another thing about souvenirs is I don't like souvenirs that it's like just an everyday object with like London slapped on it. Like, I didn't want to bring home a bunch of keychains that just had the word London on it. I don't know, I'm weird with like that. I just want it to have significance or really be special if I bring it home. Another souvenir point is I do a lot of online browsing either before my trip or during my trip. So I like to see what I can order online and have that shipped home, rather than having to fill my suitcase and, you know, stress about weight in my suitcase and luggage. So I will usually research online beforehand, kind of get an idea of what kinds of products are, you know, in a gift shop or at a store, like Harrods for instance. And then I will kind of know more going in whenever I'm actually looking there in person. So a lot of these things that I brought home, I probably could have ordered online, but some I couldn't, and I checked that whenever we would get back to the hotel. And so it's just kind of a delicate dance of what can I order online and what do I need to grab when I see it, because it might be gone. So with that being said, I just wanted to show you kind of what I grabbed. And the one note I do want to make before I start this is there are certain things that I think that you should grab, like when you have paid an admission fee to a historical site, or if you are on a day trip and you know that you won't be returning to that place, you obviously need to probably buy when you see it that day, or when you're actually there. Other things, like there's a bunch of historic palaces, historic royal palaces owns and operates a section of sites, and then the National Trust operates a certain group of sites. So you might see certain souvenirs repeated in their gift shops. But there are certain things that I saw, like at the Tower of London, for instance, that I never saw anywhere else. So my rule of thumb is generally grab it, especially, if it's not heavy and if it's something that's kind of small and you can easily put it in your suitcase, go ahead and grab it, and then you don't have any regrets. So I wanted to show you what I got, so let's get started. Okay, so the first big brand that I think is so cute to grab when you're over in England or London is Cath Kidston, and it's such a cute, quintessential English looking brand to me. And my funny story about Cath Kidston is I was at the airport, we were at Heathrow, we had just flown in for our trip, and I was waiting on Kurt to use the restroom, and I saw this lady, and she had the cutest bag I'd ever seen, and it was floral, and it just was the perfect size, and I was obsessed with that bag. And I was so embarrassed because I'm not the kind of person that wants to go up and just ask people things. I don't know, but I was close enough. I kind of inched close enough to kind of grab my cell phone, and I was able to snap a picture of her bag, and I zoomed in on the label and it said Cath Kidston. And I vaguely remembered, I think my friend telling me about that brand way back, but I'd forgotten. And so sure enough, I Googled it right there, in the airport, and it's a very English brand, and I just love it. So there's lots of different Cath Kidston kind of shops around, and ironically, we never made it into the flagship Cath Kidston store. And I think it's in the Piccadilly area, and that's my one regret. I wish we had gone into the big flagship store, but you are able to shop online, and it's not bad shipping to the US. I think they even may have a US site. I could be wrong about that. But I grabbed a few things whenever I was actually in London, but then once I got home, I picked a few things out online since I had kind of seen them in the store and just for other souvenirs. So the first thing that I got from there, this is a really cute, I hope this is focused, I really have no idea, but this is it's what they call, I think the foldable shopper, but it's like a kind of like that parachute kind of feeling material. It's a really good little size, like a reusable shopping bag, but I would use these for travel. This is just a great souvenir, and you can see this is such a Cath Kidston kind of print, but this is just a really cute little bag that I got. Another thing kind of in homewares were these Cath Kidston dish towels, and they don't absorb great. Me and Kurt noticed this once we got them home. I cannot stand my hair every time I'm doing this, but okay, moving on. They don't absorb great, but they're cute as can be, so you weigh out what's important. But these are just super cute dish towels. This little pouch is just great for travel. I actually think this came with the bag I'm about to show you. I think this came inside of it, if I'm not mistaken. But these pouches, I always need a zipper pouch. I love these. And it's, again, a really cute print. She specializes in florals, and there's just a ton of different prints that you can choose from. And she's got baby stuff, clothing. I got some clothing online after I got home. And a funny side note, I didn't buy one bit of clothing when I was over there. I ordered a couple of Cath Kidston dresses once I got home, but just generally speaking with any store, I did not buy any clothes when I was over there. I just wanted something that was more lasting as a souvenir, but then I ended up getting home and was like, I really want a Cath Kidston dress. So anyway, I did try on when I was over there, so I knew what size to get. That's important because sizes are translated differently. So if you go into a store, I'm trying to think of another good example, like Primark, or just another one that you can really only try on there. I don't even think you can order on Primark though online. Anyway, I digress. I tried on some Cath dresses when I was over there, so I knew what size to order online. But anyway, just really cute little floral prints. This is a really cute fold over messenger style bag. And this is kind of a good fall wintry type print. So really cute and roomy, and the inside has a smaller floral inside. So really, really cute. And then this is what I got for myself. This is kind of the overnight bag. And this is I can't remember the names of the actual florals. They have each of them named. But I love the kind of the racing stripe on the side. And this is just cute, like whenever we go to visit Kurt's parents for the weekend, it's just a good weekender bag. And it folds up, so everything becomes a lot smaller. So that's great for traveling home when you're doing that. So that was Cath Kidston, and I'm obsessed with that brand. So that's a good one. Okay, so one of my, I don't like the term bucket list. I use life list. One of my life list items was to visit Ladurée. And if you're not familiar, it's a French macaron brand. It's a bakery, kind of. And I wanted to go to Ladurée, and they have two locations that I know of in London. One's in Covent Garden and one is in Harrods. So when we were browsing Harrods anyway, we stopped in Ladurée and we got a box of macaroons to try. They were absolutely delicious. They lived up to the hype, in my opinion. But I also wanted to get some souvenirs, and I got, for two special girls in my life, my sisters, I got keychains, and I'll show you a picture because these are wrapped, but it's a little string of macaroons, and they're as a keychain, and they're a really popular item. And I don't think that you can order these online. I think that Ladurée is just, their website is only for Europe. So if you are at a Ladurée, I think they have this in New York City as well. So, but I was over there. I knew I wasn't going to be in New York City anytime soon. So I grabbed them. And so these are really cute souvenirs. You can actually, that's, I guess, the best way to take a macaroon home is the little keychain. And then I also got for one of my sisters a candle set, and this is also from Ladurée. Really pretty packaging, and they smell like you are in Paris. And I'm trying to remember the names. Caprice and Délice. I don't know if that's the actual name, but it just smells like roses, and it smells like you're in Paris. And my sister especially loves Paris and anything French, so I knew that she would love these. So they're really strong smelling candles, and I've had them in my room, and my room smells like these. So, and that's even unlit. So this is just a really pretty little candle set that I got as a souvenir. So that's from Ladurée. Okay, so another fun souvenir I think people kind of go to are bath products, especially for maybe your mom or your mother-in-law. And a lot of the palaces, like Buckingham Palace or other ones that we've at Kensington Palace, they have a kind of royal collection of bath products. And I actually didn't get any from there, because really all it is just kind of the label kind of slapped on, and it's not anything special about the actual product. It's more just about the name, which can be said of a lot of bath products anyway. But there's also Lush cosmetics, Lush organic, bath bombs, and people were flocking into Lush, but they also have a lot of US locations. So that was one that I didn't want to really bother with taking home or looking at. But one thing that I did want to pick up, my mom loves bath products, and so we were in Bath, ironically, and that if you didn't watch my vlog, that they're known for the Roman baths, the ancient Roman baths. Then it became a popular spa for in Georgian times. I guess that would be 1700s. London society, they would go to Bath and bathe and drink the water, and it was just kind of a popular location. So again, this is sort of the same thing as just putting a label on it, but these bath products are made with the ingredients from what does it say? From the ingredients in the spa. So this is what they use in their world-renowned actual operating spa today. And I just thought that was a little more special than just a lotion from Buckingham Palace kind of. This is just kind of neat because it's used in the bath spa. So it was just it smells delicious. And this is the conditioning body wash and body drench moisturizing lotion. So these came from Bath, and I hope she really likes them. Okay, so a little note about London theater, and that's a whole separate video that I'm going to do. I can't wait to do all these like follow-up videos with you, just telling you more about kind of what we saw, what I learned. With London theater, you pay extra. You're not given a free program. You have to pay for an extra program. And so that was something that I had forgotten and that Kurt had to get used to, but there was only a couple that I really wanted a program from, and one of them was Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, and this was when we went to the outdoor theater in Regent's Park, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful show. And you don't get, in my opinion, you don't get all that much for what you pay, and that sounds kind of bad, but you get a full list of the creatives, and then you do get some photos, some extra photos. Really for me, it's just the memory attached, and that's probably a little frivolous, but I just wanted to keep it because still, whenever I pick this up to look at it, I just immediately think of that evening and what it was like, and to see my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies, come alive on the stage in England was just a really cool experience. So I got that one, and then I also, of course, got my Globe Theater Much Ado About Nothing program, and I just absolutely we had to take this home. It was just such a wonderful evening, and that's really a lifetime experience. I just can't even say enough about it. The fact that we were there, and it was the opening night of that show, which all the stars aligned, I guess, to where it was just an incredible evening. And so theater programs, I would say, would be low on my list of souvenirs. If you're, we did budget out, for what we wanted to spend. But if you're really trying to make hard decisions kind of about what to spend your money on, then I would say that theater programs would be lower on the list, much lower on the list, because you still walk away with the memory of the experience. You don't need this to remember it. It's just kind of a bonus. So anyway, there's theater programs. So for my kids, that was kind of a tricky thing to, because I knew they wouldn't really appreciate, wow, this came from London, it was just kind of another toy or special thing. But we did go to the Disney London, let me say that again, the London Disney store, and I wanted to get them something that was specifically from the London store. And I even looked online to see if we could order some things on the website, and it's not possible that I could see. So if you're there, grab them. But I got the cutest plush Mickey and Minnie's, and this is Queen Minnie, and then the Palace Guard Mickey, and these are just adorable. I love these. I think they are just darling, and my kids love them, and they're so London, they're so unique, and they say the Disney store London on the foot. And so that's just a really cute, this was an easy thing to grab, and we keep Plush for a really long time. So I love these, and you just can't get them in the US. So this is definitely one to get if you're there. And they have a major location, I want to say on Bond Street, and then they have a smaller Disney store, London, in Covent Garden. So the Bond Street one is where you need to go if you want the better selection. I also got them some t-shirts, and that was the only t-shirt I got them from our trip, and it has Mickey and we're in the shape of a Palace Guard, and it just says Disney store. I think it even says just London on it, but it's Disney themed, and so it was kind of the best of both worlds for my kids. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. In fact, I'm probably positive that I am. But the one thing I don't have actually with me that I got for the kids was a London in a Bag playset, and it's made of wood, really simple and minimalistic, but so cute. And I took a picture, so I'll insert that here. But the London playset I found at the Tower of London gift shop, and I did not see it anywhere else that we were. And it's just in a little canvas bag, and it's just little, things they set around, and it's just so cute and simple, but it was very London to me. So that was really it that I got the kids. I got them the t-shirts and the plush, and then the little London in a bag. Oh, I did get Evie a little Cath Kidston purse, and we'll see if I can put a picture in of it, but it's just a miniature size little kid. It's called Cath Kids, and so it's super cute. She felt really big and grown up, and so that was the perfect thing for her. So that's what I got for the kids. The last thing I wanted to show were some ornaments, and since it's Christmas time, I thought to myself, I probably need to film this video so that I can put my ornaments on the tree that I bought for my tree. But we went to the Harrods Christmas section. It was super cute. This is just, they call them Baubles. This is so fun. They call them Baubles, and this just has the London kind of icons all over it, and it says Harrods along with it. And then also from Harrods, I got this little set. I don't know if you can see that very well. But they're just, again, little icons, a Harrods delivery truck, little telephone booth, Big Ben, and a double-decker bus. And these are kind of made of resin, so they're good quality, and they're small. Then this was kind of a splurge, if you can believe it, but I'm obsessed with Henry VIII. He's my favorite monarch, the Tudor period. I would like to point out that I was a fan of the Tudor period before it was cool to be a fan of the Tudor period. My grandfather was a history major, and so he taught me all about English history. And so before there was like the series, and Jonathan Rhys Meyers was Henry VIII, which he did a great job, by the way. I loved this, and so I've been studying his wives for years. And so whenever I saw these online, I was like, oh, I've got to get those when I show up. But this was actually pretty expensive, if you can believe it, because they're they're sewn, and it's, I guess what, 7 ornaments all in one set. So it was a little pricey, but I can't think of a better thing to hang on my tree than Henry VIII and all of his wives. So. And of course I had to get William Shakespeare, because William Shakespeare. This is Hampton Court Palace, and that's my favorite royal palace to visit. That's my favorite location to get a full, just, I guess, immersive experience in English history. I absolutely love it. So of course I had to get the coordinating ornament for my tree. This is kind of a given. This is the crown, matches my sweater, and I just love it. It's just it kind of is a vibrant crown. It's just really pretty. So this I got from the Tower of London, but it has the Tower of London here on this side. It's kind of a tin heart, but then this is it says Royal Palaces London. So it has Kensington Palace, Tower of London, Kew Palace, and Hampton Court Palace. So a lot of bang for your buck on that one. And because there's not enough Henry VIII in my life, here's another Henry VIII ornament with all of his wives. I don't know why I'm obsessed with it, I just am. So, yeah, I'm the weirdo that has Henry VIII and his wives on my tree, and I'm totally okay with that. So this is really fun. This is a Harrods. I hope that you can get a gist of these, but this is a little glittery Harrods box, and it's green and sparkly, and it's really, really cute. And Harrods is Harrods. It's just kind of a iconic thing. So I wanted it on my tree. And one of the last things that I wanted to show you, this is a little keychain, and it's kind of nice and heavy, and it has a little Union Jack on the front, and it is just a crown. And I'm sure you could probably get something similar anywhere, but this does have Harrods and a Union Jack, and it just kind of combined a lot of good things for a little keychain, and I really, really liked it. So I also got one that had just Harrods on it, I think, and Big Ben. It had Big Ben and Harrods on it, so I don't have that one handy to show, but anyway, this is just like the one little keychain I thought was cute because it was really good quality, and it, like I said, combined a lot of my favorite things. So I hope you enjoyed seeing what all I got in London. I know this was it might have been all over the place, I don't know, but I'm sure there are a few things that I forgot to even show you, but those are the highlights of what we brought home. And actually the biggest thing that we brought home, and you've already seen this in my videos, were the professional photographs that we had done by Otalia with Sweet London Family Photography, and she was absolutely wonderful. So that was what we spent a fair portion of souvenir money on were our photographs, and I wouldn't change a thing about that because we have those forever, and they're high quality, beautiful images shot around London. You know, we couldn't have recreated that alone, and that's what you kind of have to weigh out is, you know, what can we kind of do ourselves, and what is just worth that money, and that's absolutely worth it to us. So that was our biggest souvenir, and I would highly recommend, if you're able to do that, take any of this other stuff out and spend the money towards creating a memory like that you can cherish forever. And Italia was fairly priced, even, you know, in comparison to US photographers. We got all of our digital files, so we didn't order any prints through her or anything. We just got them via Dropbox. So those are the digital files that belong to us, and so we can print them however we want to, and I love that freedom. So I highly recommend her, and that really sums up like the best of our souvenirs, was just that memory of that day with her, and also just pictures that we can print and have forever. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the things that we brought home, and obviously this is so cheesy and trite, but the biggest thing was just the memories that we brought home, and we just cherish that trip, and we will forever. In some upcoming videos, I'm going to talk about our theater experiences and kind of how I planned the trip and what we learned, and I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions that you want to ask, this is actually a great video to ask those questions on. So leave a comment and ask your questions, and I'll try to answer those in a video coming up soon. So I hope you're having a great Christmas holiday season, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye guys.